Discovery, Roger. Go for deploy.
2, 1,
0.
and liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
Hey, look at us. Yeah. Hey, I'm not green anymore. Oh, I'm kind of green. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome everyone to Toon Talk 2.0. Tonight's podcast is brought to you by our friends at Stevie Wicks and by everyone on the Arte Podcast Pantheon. We'll talk more about them later, but tonight we are going to be talking about, I don't know, how would you put that? Movies that are way older than you thought they were?
Yeah, I guess so. I will call it how old
How
are
old?
they? Right? Because
Yeah, like,
when we were doing the analysis, I'm like, really?
yeah, I
You
know.
know, like,
That
really?
virtually every one, I was like, wow. And then we're also talking about the mental health issues of Disney princesses.
But before we jump into that, please remember to, first of all, thank you for everyone that has been following us, sharing us, and don't forget to do it again. If you're watching this, we really appreciate, but send it to everyone that you can. Be annoying. Send it to all your enemies. I'll make sure to annoy them. But
Yeah.
we need people to share. I
mean,
love when you come and talk, but come on, share us with people.
Yeah, I mean, some of you people have no problem sharing herpes with one another. So come on, what's a podcast?
I know, right? Psst, what is a podcast? But yeah, let's just start, if you will, with the oldest, right? This 2025 has been a year that us as fans of movie fans is kind of weird to realize how old movies are becoming. Because it's funny with the movies. There's ones that we're going to talk a little bit about them. And you go like, oh, yeah, that sounds old. But some of them are like, really?
Yeah,
Really?
most of them on the list, I felt that way. I was like, really? Wow.
And some of them I don't even remember them, you know. But let's start the 40 years ago. 40 years ago, people, The Breakfast Club was released. I mean, that one I go like, okay, you know, that's what I mean. That one, first of all, let me stop there. I don't know why, Jake. I have a beard all week, and every Tuesday I decide to shave. I don't know why I do that. Then I look myself at the camera, and I look like Fred Flintstone again. It's not fair.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Anyway, I was just looking at the monitor. Anyway, so The Breakfast Club, for everyone, for those ones that they don't know what we're talking about, it's a group of junior writers and seniors from high school.
They're high school students. Yeah.
Yeah. That they get, oh yeah, because they have freshmen too. That they get punished, right? And they sent to this weekend, right?
Yep. Saturday detention, which I think needs to make a comeback. Hang on. Is Saturday detention still a thing? Because it's been a minute. It's been almost 20 years since I graduated high school.
I mean, I don't know, but the economical and political craziness that we lived the last 4 years probably was like, oh no, nobody can be traumatized and be in a Saturday in a school. Maybe they have clubs or something like that, but this movie became a cult movie because it was a low budget movie that nobody wanted to support and became a
Was it that low? Was it that low? I mean, it's a John Hughes flick. I mean,
yeah, but it wasn't good supportive at the beginning.
I know it was an earlier one too.
Yeah, that's the point. 40 years ago, it wasn't a good thing, right? It wasn't a good thing.
The Breakfast Club has always perplexed me as a movie that every time I watch it, I'm like, I should not like this movie, and I can't tell you why I like this movie.
Why you like the movie?
But I do. I can't explain it because it's a movie that should be terrible, but it's not.
But it's not, I think, the acting.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the performances.
To be honest with you, it's well known that the director let the kids to do whatever they want, and the editing of the movie was a secret because they actually did as they please. What is the name of the actor that is with the trench, long hair, really famous guy?
Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson. It was annoying because he was a method actor for that movie, so he actually went and stayed as a junior or as a senior in a high school close to the filming for a week to realize how he could be. And then every time that the director wanted to talk to him, he was like, no, man, like acting as the act. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool for that
Well,
time.
but we've had
Now
the
it's
discussion.
normal.
Yeah, well, we've had the discussion about method acting. I don't respect it as much as a lot of other people do because generally speaking, you're just a pain in the ass for everybody else.
Could be, unless you are a method actor and you are playing a prostitute. The crew will love you.
Are you a good-looking prostitute or are you like urban
I don't
cowboy
know, man. I'm not
prostitute?
gonna play that. I'm just saying that's
Wait,
exception to the
Midnight
case.
Cowboy, not Urban Cowboy.
No,
That's a different movie.
now, remember Showgirls with the girl
Mm,
from Saved by the Bell? If you want to be a
okay.
method actor, I'm up with that. Anyway, so Breakfast Club. Now let's go for one that it feels old, but when you say it, make you feel old. Are you ready? The Goonies.
That's another one. It just feels so 80s to me that I don't think about the like to me it's not weird that it's old.
I know, but even so, when you think about the Goonies, right? It's like, yeah, I was a kid, right? Or it's an old movie. However, you watch it, and the magic of the movies, you can be watching every era anytime you want,
Well,
and it
that's one of the
doesn't feel that
reasons.
old.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't know where the exact cutoffs are, but basically movies made in the late 80s to the late 90s, back when mostly everything was practical, they might do some in the later part, they might do some digital enhancement, but and a weird thing happens when you do that. Your movie never really looks old because
No,
it's real.
it's real, and it's a weird situation there that I really like. Uh, a lot of people don't know this, but in the movie The Goonies, they didn't let the actors, the kids, to see actually the sheep under the cave.
Hmm.
So they bring everyone with their eyes closed, put them backwards. They tell go down. When you hear action, you come out. So all those reactions are like real.
Yeah.
Nowadays, nobody will build a sheep
Well,
in a
yeah,
cave
you're on a green
screen
platform.
with warm water, right? And these
Yeah.
kids, they're shaking is because the water is cold in Oregon, all right? And they saw this massive boat. If you haven't now, is please, if you haven't watched The Goonies, you need to watch it because they announced the second part coming, the sequel coming this year. You heard about
Yeah,
that?
I did.
So, I don't know
I'm
if it's real.
actually I'm actually if it's legit, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it because
Yeah,
if it's like Cobra Kai, I'll
yeah.
be fine with it. If it's like I don't know, I can't think of an example. There's plenty of
Karate Kid.
well, we'll see. That movie might actually be good. We'll see.
No. I'm talking the Karate Kid that you hate so much with the Smith kid.
That actually might be redeemed in hindsight though, because if
It
they
might
can
be
tie it
redeemed.
in, yeah,
Yeah,
if they can tie it
but
in somehow, then it will make sense. Because
but
my
at the same time, you hated it. Till today, you hate it. You hate it yesterday.
I hated it because it doesn't make sense to call it the Karate Kid. But if they can link Han's character
They're
in,
gonna link it. I mean,
yeah, and it's like
we all
okay,
saw the trailers, right? We all saw
yeah,
the
and it's
trailers.
like okay, now you fixed the problem.
And it's not fix the
Congratulations.
problem. You didn't cut corners. You did your homework to please the fans, right? But okay, so this one is special because for a reason this movie never gets old. Could be the subject of the movie, could be how attached we are to this movie, but Back to the Future. 40 years ago, Back to the Future. We talk about this movie several times. We even have a
Oh
special
God,
event.
40 years ago. So that movie's older than I am, but
Yes, but
fuck,
doesn't
I
feel
love
old.
it. No, it doesn't. Well, and it to be fair, it helps that most of us have seen these movies in their digitally remastered formats. So
And it helps that it's time traveling
yeah, that's helpful too. It's
a
got
lot.
every Western feels old because it's supposed to.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a thing that if we put ourselves in reality, Michael J. Fox has been sick without acting for years, right? Uh, the guy's an old guy. I mean, how old is Michael J. Fox? 70?
Well, hang on, we can do the math because was
28?
he was 28 when they did Back to the
Yeah, he
Future?
was old. Don't make me Google that, but I'm pretty
Oh
sure
wow.
he was
Oh,
old.
okay. I
He,
just
o-
assumed he
he
was younger.
maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping because I don't think about it. He was in Growing Pains, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
probably he was really young.
I was thinking he was like 19.
Yeah. So how old is he right now?
Let's see. And just a real quick shout out. I know it's not a beloved film, but you gotta admit, have you ever seen Atlantis, the Disney movie?
Atlantis. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not. I like it. Michael J. Fox hits a home run as Milo, though.
I didn't know it was him.
Yeah,
Hmm. I really didn't know they
63.
were him. 63. He's 63 right now. Damn.
Oh, thanks. Haley typed it in the comments. I just didn't see it.
Thank you. Thank you, Haley.
Yes, he
As
is
always,
63.
Haley being present because we're gonna need your support here, Haley. Please share us with a lot of people, and we're gonna talk about something about right on your alley.
Oh, by the way, Haley, you might appreciate this. I don't know how you feel about Atlantis, but it's a rumor. I don't know if it's legit, but it's probably not legit because it would be a smart decision. There's a rumor that Disney is thinking about doing a live action adaptation of Atlantis starring Tom Holland as Milo and Zendaya as oh
Zendaya
dude.
actually is pretty good, but again, they're gonna destroy that couple. Dude. They just got
Oh
engaged.
no, dude. I just want to see that movie. I'm fine with it. It's
No,
one
no,
of the
but
few.
you see, I'm just not talking about the movie. I don't want them to break up because
Ah, they
the
did a
pressure is a
Spider-Man.
lot.
They did a Spider-Man franchise
Yeah,
together.
that
They'll be fine.
I know. So I love Tom Holland in several plays. Milo, he doesn't look like Tom Holland. Is when they want him to did when he did what was the name of the video game with Mark Wahlberg?
Oh,
Uncharted.
Uncharted. Yeah.
He doesn't look like Uncharted. Mark Wahlberg looked like the guy from Uncharted, right? But
No, no, he
anyway,
didn't. He was like Sully's old.
yeah, no, Sully in the game
Yeah.
is way older than the character of Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Mark Wahlberg's supposed to play that, and somebody is supposed to play Sully.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're
That makes
saying now.
sense. Yeah, no, yeah. The age was weird, but the cast was good and the movie was okay. Anyway, Back to the Future, 40 years old, man. Happy birthday, Back to the Future. Now this one, get them to the chopper. I'm really bad doing that voice. You should do it, but Commando, dude. I
Ooh.
remember
Get to the
watching
chopper.
Commando, and it was the first. My memory is. I'm not that old, but I don't know if Commando was before Predator. I
think
think
so.
so.
Yeah, I
So
think it was.
Commando, the guy is the first time right? I'm looking because I know he did Conan, but when he did Commando, the guy is massive. I mean, the stronger than John Cena and Batista has been, they never been close to Arnold in Commando. Dude, you can put pictures of them. Like the stronger than Batista and the stronger. I'm not talking lean. The stronger that John Cena has been is never like when Commando he got the vest, right? And all the stripes, like it was crazy. I had that action figure. That was one of my favorite action figures. By the way, I don't want to initiate a legal problem here, but Arnold almost killed me because the best got the attachable grenades, and I almost choked on one. But yeah, Commando is 80. Now you gotta guide me about this one. Out of Africa, I do not remember that movie.
Out of
Critical
Africa?
Out of Africa, Meryl Streep and Robert Redford.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just even the name sounds old.
Right.
Yeah,
that one feels old.
That one feels old. Same like the comedy mystery based on the popular board game. The movie Clue was released 40 years ago. That feels old too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Mostly, oh God, I always blank on his name, and Tim Curry. That's mostly because Tim Curry just looks so young in that movie.
Wow, I didn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
Now, as shocked as the 40 years movie are, the 30, they're a little more. There's one in 30 years I'm going to hold for the end. But it's like, damn, dude, 30 years already? So I'm going to start with Sense and Sensibility. That feels old, right?
What movie?
Sense and Sensibility.
I've never even heard of it.
It feels old. It's 30 years ago, right? It's okay. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh wow.
That's 30 years ago, man. Can you believe that?
Okay, that just makes me feel old.
I know. Now, you want to keep feeling old?
Yeah.
I don't remember this one. Crimson Tide.
Oh, Crimson Tide's a great movie.
Which one is that? I don't recall. The thing is, that was many years ago. I didn't live in the States. So they changed the name in Spain. You wouldn't believe. I don't get this. It's the same language. Why do you change the title in England? Why you do that?
It depends on the movie. Although sometimes I think it's really funny because I've been exposed to. Do you know what the Spanish title for The Founder is?
No, I was already in the States, but it got to be something weird.
Hunger for Power. I'm like, you know what? That's not bad.
It's not bad. No, but wait. There's a guy in TikTok that I follow. There's a guy. He's from Argentina, and he showed the original. That is that he plays an American, and then he put the name in Spanish from Argentina, and then Spanish from Spain, and there are three different names, and he's arguing against each other, and it's so funny that it's really funny because they like, why'd you change it, right? But we should do a show about all the different names around the world.
We should, yeah. Because I have to share one other one that I thought was really appropriate. The Spanish title for Hacksaw Ridge, at least in Latin America.
I was here already, so
yeah.
Let me guess. El Risco de la Muerte.
No, but translates to The Last Man.
Oh. Yeah, but you know what the problem is?
Hasta el último hombre. Yeah.
Hasta el último hombre. Oh, that makes sense. Hasta el último hombre would be not the last man. Until the last man.
Yeah.
Anyway, are you ready to feel old?
Yeah.
Congo.
Oh, God.
Congo turned 30 years old, dude.
Bad monkeys.
You know, what is funny? We talk about Godzilla and Kong and everything, and Congo... 30
it's not a good
old.
Hey, now I wonder, was anybody involved in Godzilla X Kong the New Empire involved in Congo? Because in both of those movies there's an ape with a like metallic glove.
No, but maybe they just want to make a homage to Congo, right? I don't know. I really don't know. But are you ready? I need drum rolls, please. This year, the movie Toy Story turned 30 years old.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Ouch.
Okay, that makes me feel old.
Bro, you're old.
1995, and that just... Oh, I saw a video the other day. Did you know in 1995 it took 800,000 computing hours to render the Toy Story film?
Story.
You know how long it would take today?
Today will be like probably 4 months.
Oh, no. You're talking hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, for the people that don't know, Pixar, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Pixar actually was created by Steve Jobs' company. Yeah, the machines that they did, Pixar, the machines.
So it wasn't created by him. They bought computers.
No. I'm talking about
him.
the yeah. But I mean the technology, because nobody was doing so much. I meant about the technology, not him involved.
Well, he got involved through Next Computer because Pixar Animation Studios was buying computers from Next, and then he saw what they were doing. And he was like, "Fuck yeah, where do I sign up?"
Yeah, that was amazing. So now, just for the record, it's not in our list, but I'm just rounding numbers, people. This is the 90s. 30 years ago is the 90s. So I'm just gonna go really fast with Terminator 2, The Judgment Day. That's 30 years ago, man.
Was that 1990 or 1992? Okay.
1992.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 89 is Terminator, the original one.
Yeah.
But the Judgment Day was such a... Because I was really young. I don't even remember how old I was, but I remember that I sneaked to the theater to watch it with my cousin with Book. If you guys don't follow his podcast, is in the Ready Media and the podcast Pantheon podcast family. The Method. That guy and me, we were we were too bad for our ages and too young for the things that we were doing. Like unreal. Anyway, so we sneak in, and when we watch and we listen, "You Could Be Mine" by Guns N' Roses. That was good, man. That was really good. So many movies in the 90s, of course, we just talk about the most nostalgic ones. But what about we jump into the ones that they just turned 20? That's a lot, man.
This
These
one's gonna
movies
mess
are
with me.
months away. These movies are months away to be legal to drink in the States. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Because I'm older than you, so this one look like, yeah, whatever. But Batman Begins.
That's not 20 years old.
Sir.
Oh,
Movies
2005,
released in
2005. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
that's
See,
what
oh my God.
2025.
See, I
know,
did
because
horrible. I did horrible math. I was thinking 1995. Oh
no,
God.
but you know what I mean? That's exactly the effect. It's like, really? Batman Begins is 20 years old?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, right? Are you ready?
Still looks good.
Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith.
2000. Yeah.
20 years ago, man. Okay, The Descendant.
I don't think I saw that one.
Okay. This one, I know it's going to be really close to you. And I want to invite everyone, before I mention it, I invite people to watch the podcast from Book The Method. Can you make a commercial about you and Eric podcast, please, before I mention this movie?
What?
Just make a commercial, dude. Invite people to your podcast.
Everyone, check out the Average Intelligence podcast if you enjoyed two morons talking about things as though we have a clue.
And this movie just turned 20, Brokeback Mountain.
Hey, that's a good movie.
Yeah, that's what you will say, of course. Anyway, you and Eric, you have your special thing. I'm not messing. I'm not jealous. Go ahead.
So fun fact though, I did make a joke on that podcast once, and then I started thinking, I'm like, I wonder if it worked. So I'm sure you're familiar with the Atreyu song "Becoming the Bull."
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I wondered in my own head, and I actually verified this, if you could edit the scene where Ennis and Jack have sex for the first time.
Okay.
If you know, at the beginning of that song where it starts with, you know, you can time it.
You're mean, man.
You can time it to where the command starts at the insertion and it goes better than it should.
I bet. I'm looking for a meme that make me laugh so much. Yeah, I remember. What did the Lord of the Rings and the Brokeback Mountain have in common? They go into the mountain to destroy a ring. I'm sorry, man. I remember that, man, and it was like crazy. And there's another one that they did.
Wait. One of the Lord of the Rings films is 20 years old now.
Yeah. I was going there.
What is that? The Two Towers?
The Two Towers. But I got something that I know that our real audience gonna enjoy. How Lord of the Rings, Brokeback Mountains, and the Society in the Snow match. So, like I say, the Lord of the Rings and Brokeback Mountain, they both need to destroy the ring. The Lord of the Rings, the Society of the Snow, they need to survive. Brokeback Mountain and Society of the Snow, they both need to eat their friends. And all get together in the mountain. Dude, that's gold. That's gold. That's whoever that came with that, dude. Eat your friend.
It'd be better if one of them wasn't based on a true story.
Dude. Whatever,
okay,
man.
Legit question. You may or may not know the logic behind this, but so for those of you who don't know, the premise of the Society of the Snow, the film, is there's a really treacherous flight path through the Andes.
Yes.
And
Alps.
No, it's not the Alps.
Alps and the Andes.
No, the Andes are in South America. The Alps are in Europe.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Sorry, brain fart. Sorry,
Yeah.
I got such a brain fart that I didn't remember that. I like to call a brain fart.
So, but apparently, plane crashes are common in this area. So my brain instantly goes to, why the fuck you
Why?
flying there?
Well, because it's the shorter route, and you know how people are. One, and second, you're talking about 1968 or
Okay,
1973.
valid.
So now they don't do it.
So fly the fuck around it.
Either way, that was tough, man. I mean, forever, whoever that wasn't haven't watched that movie,
I didn't enjoy it. It's worth watching, but it's one of those
I
movies
was gonna
that
tell you, I like the narration all the time until they stop narrating. That's one. It's a previous movie in the 80s that I watched that is way better, like way better.
really, because I mean, I thought the movie was good, but it's like and I get it, it's supposed to, but it's just like constant anxiety. Um,
Yeah,
Another movie that's like that. Have you seen the movie Earthquake? It's older, but
yeah,
it
I
doesn't
think so.
stop. Oh my God.
But I like those kind of movies.
Oh
The
no,
other
they're
one,
good.
the
They're just
other
not
one that I'm
pleasant.
calling is 2010, and it's called "I Am Alive: Surviving the Andes Plains Crash." And there's one in
Oh,
1993 that's the one. Sorry, that's the one. It's called Alive. That one is this one is more portrayed to this generation.
uh-huh.
But when I watch Alive, I watch it on the movie on cable, whatever, and it was like.
Yeah,
Anyway, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Madagascar.
That movie's garbage. It should have never been made.
I wanna move it, move.
Oh God, I
You
hate
like
that
to
song
move
so
it, move it.
fucking much.
I like to move it, move it. You like to.
Fuck off. I
Okay, I
hate
love
that
you too.
song.
Wedding Crashers. How old we are?
You.
How old we are, bro? That if we tell those jokes to somebody that is 17, will be like, "What the fuck with these old people?"
Until you show them Wedding Crashers, which is
No, but I
hilarious.
know, but not everyone knows Wedding Crasher from two
This is true.
generations after. Okay, yesterday I saw an interview with our beloved Keanu Reeves, and Keanu said, "We've been trying to make this movie for 20 years. It just got approved. We're working in the script." So Constantine 2 is being approved because it took them 20 years. Constantine, the first one, people, America, Mexico, Spain, Italy, our followers in London, our followers in Dubai. 20 fucking years, man. Anyway, so what is the best asset in Hollywood? Being talented or being patient? I
Talented.
think both. I'm being ironic, dude. Come on.
I mean, yeah, both. But okay. You know what else is valuable?
Please.
Subliminal branding. And you can check out some of that here from our friends at Stevie Wicks. Be excited. And we're back. You can check out those and other high quality 100% soy wax candles, and make sure you use the code ToonTalk to save 10% off your order at steviewicks.com. Link is in the description.
These make me feel really old. I never been a fan, let me be honest with you. But obviously I was aware because I like movies. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
The worst one.
Yeah, but that's 20 years ago, man. That's old, man.
Yeah, but I mean that one doesn't feel old when you watch it because it has a bit of a timeless quality to it. But yeah, Goblet
I know,
of Fire
but
sucks.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Harry Potter every movie until the end of every movie.
You know what?
Like,
I can see that.
They're so like a Mexican telenovela. Drama, 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 mystery, mystery, mystery. Like, seriously? Drama, 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 mystery, mystery, mystery. Dude.
Except the end of the
last
Goblet
one,
of Fire has what might be one of my favorite moments in any Harry Potter movie, when he kills Robert Pattinson.
Well, nothing could be better than
Oh, holy crap,
Robert
dude.
Pattinson.
Okay, I just figured it out, right? You know about the new movie coming out, Mickey 17?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to see it really bad, but I've been saying across several podcasts, like, I think there might be a Robert Pattinson movie that I actually like. I just figured out why. I get to watch Robert
Because he
Pattinson die
dies.
like 18 times.
That's fantastic. I never
This
seen
is
that
gonna be
perspective.
awesome.
Probably be the best casting in the history of Hollywood.
For me,
Because
at least.
I mean, no, not just for you. A lot of people hate the guy.
Well, he's a pretentious douche, so
And you know what? He didn't belong to the Batman fandom, dude. He doesn't belong there. We don't need a
no.
emo Batman. Anyway, this one, I don't know how big
Vengeance.
this movie was, but in Europe, this movie was like Bill and Ted. Oh, one that we didn't mention that turned 40. Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure turned 40. Anyway, but this
No
movie,
way.
yes, way, dude. Excellent. You got to do the movement. Excellent.
Excellent.
Let's just start doing that. Toon Talk 2.0. Anyway,
I don't know what this was.
I don't know. It looks like a whatever. This movie was as big as Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure in the States.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was huge in Europe, specifically in Germany and Austria. This was it's a cult movie over there. I'm talking about big as Constantine or even Batman, right? The Hitchhiker Guides of the Galaxy. That movie was okay for America, but I got the chance to be there and come, that was the time that I was, and over there was like people dressed like a Star Wars, but with the robots. It was such a big event. I don't know why, right? But yeah, it was huge.
Much
Austria
like
and Germany.
Robbie, much like Robbie Williams, not Robin Williams, much like Robbie Williams, some things just don't get popular in the States.
I know.
Which, speaking of, Better Man is up for an Oscar for VFX, and I really hope it wins.
I really hope it wins so it gets the attention, because you know how many awards he got in Australia?
A lot.
He got nominated for 30 and he won 17. The funny thing is that he got nominated just for one in BAFTA. That is the English ones. Politics are complicated when it comes to awards.
Well, and it is, I was corrected. It is technically an Australian movie, so.
Why? How come you got to that resolution?
No, because it is. It's produced by an Australian film company. The director is Australian and the screenwriter is Australian. Yeah, that's why.
I didn't make that connection. That's why. Okay, so that was our first segment. I want to take the time to thank everyone that has been following us. We start growing our following, and we start getting better. And I want to say hello to a lot of people that they've been supporting us. We're really close to get to a goal that we've been working on. So soon, Pantheon Podcast is going to be even better. We're looking for a new podcast. We inviting our friends, and we're inviting you right now. If you have a podcast idea, write us through Instagram, use social media to contact us. Let's discuss about it. We can make it work, right? We are here to push everyone to become, if your dream is to be a podcaster, you have some story to tell, just contact us, right? We're not stubborn assholes like a lot of people that now they do WWE and they retire because boxing is not paying off. And now
Logan Paul. Yeah.
And now he said, well, I'm retired because I'm a dad, bro.
I think he's just being a heel. I don't think he's actually retired.
I know. Even so, I used to like him. For personal reasons, I don't like him anymore, right? I actually respect them, but not anymore. Anyway, but that's just me being me.
But also, you segued into our second sponsorship. So if you would like to, just to see what we're talking about, check out all the podcasts in the Arate Podcast Pantheon, and welcome our latest podcast to join the network, Literature and Lingerie. I have to be very careful because there is another podcast that's lingerie and literature, and I accidentally got them screwed up once.
Can you let us know a little bit about that podcast?
Well, yes. Actually, twice a week, the host, Allie, does deep dives into literature, and sometimes it's not exactly NSFW.
Nice. Yeah, we're have a lot of podcasts coming, like a lot.
Basically, if you like to read, you'll love it.
And just deep dive into everything that we're doing, you're gonna have a good surprise. Just go to our multiple channels and enjoy them. Now, let's talk about this new topic. Running to what we're going to talk about, as you know, we spend sometimes in social media, figure out what's going on with the world. And I discovered, and I heard about this, but I didn't know that actually Sam van Dijk, Michael Bew, and Enoch Eichenboom from Germany, from the Netherlands, they wrote this big analysis called Study Reveals That Hidden Health Risk Behind the Happily Ever After of the princess, or the princesses in the Disney princesses. Traumas, rabies, and alopecia. Can you believe that, Jake? I never thought I was going to mix together Disney with trauma, rabies, and alopecia. Disney princesses also get sick, and behind happy endings, have serious health problems. You know that? Putting aside the impact on unrealistic ideas of young viewers' self-esteem, researchers from Netherlands have authored a satirical but scientifically grounded study. When you think of princess, what comes to mind to you, man?
Princess?
Yeah, when you think about Disney princess, what comes to mind? Super hair, terrific role.
Usually dresses.
Rising songs, kick-ass animal sidekicks, right? Dresses.
Kick-ass animal sidekicks.
Giacometti diets leading to unattainable body images, right? Lack of agency linked to perpetuation of harmful gender stereotypes. I mean, a lot of things.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about a couple because we found it really, really interesting. Snow White, right? You want to tap into this, or do you want me to go ahead?
What's wrong with Snow White?
Working as a scullery maid for her stepmother limited her social interaction, which put her at risk of depression, anxiety, and early death. Now, let's remember that the people that make this analysis are real doctors that make a real analysis. It's really
yes, but they're also, so this entire concept is inherently unscientific because they're looking for mental illness.
No. Remember, I'm not talking about mental illness. I'm talking about that the life that they portrayed, they're not showing the human side.
I know, but what I'm saying is that
their research.
No, they're looking. They're fishing.
Yeah, that's the news, man. It's like saying that they're fishing is like what we do for a living. We fish to find something different.
Well, I know, anyway, but we're not claiming to be scientists.
An overview, but they are scientists. An overview of systematic reviews find a strong positive association between lack of social interaction, cardiovascular disease, and depression and anxiety.
You know, that's a good point because the one time a guy came to talk to her, she has a panic attack. So you might be onto something there.
Fortunately, Snow White has 7 dwarfs to keep her company. That's the good thing. Less fortunate, however, is that the princess eats a poison apple, which puts her in a sleeping dead. She never got a chance, you know?
So, but here's my problem with that logic is the fact that Snow White can't, like, Snow White's definitely got terrible judgment, but, like, it doesn't really make sense because she, like, the prince legitimately, like, makes her run away. But then this evil looking hag comes like, oh, would you like some food? And she's like, hell yeah.
do that again because it reminded me of something, but I haven't clicked exactly what it was. Do that again.
Oh, would you like some food?
Oh my God. Do you like to? Where is that?
Are you thinking of Freddy Got Fingered?
More information?
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Yeah, of course. That's what I was thinking. Anyway, the point that they're saying that if you're depressed and you have anxiety and cardiovascular disease and you don't have association because of social interaction, you could be dead. And that's what they're pretending, because let's remember that Snow White is 13 years old in the original story, right? So she goes through a lot of suffering. Anyway, Aurora from the Sleeping Beauty.
Also, not the best judge of character.
It didn't start off from Aurora, right? As Maleficent bewitched him when she was a newborn. I mean, let's dip into that. Then comes the finger picking of the China spinning wheel. Beyond the problematic implication of a comatose woman who can only be walking by his true love kiss, the research warns that health hazard association with oversleeping, including cardiovascular disease, stroke, obesity, and diabetes. I mean, this is funny, man.
Well, let's not forget tetanus.
Yeah.
Or hepatitis.
Furthermore, systematic reviews have shown that prolonged bed rest is associated with increased risk or pressure ulcers and time-dependent muscle atrophy. So, a lack of consent will come to Prince Philip and ulcers, right? And wait, imagine that this is if the princess were real. Look at me. She get kissed and she's like atrophy, totally atrophy. That's
Yeah,
funny.
well,
That's
yes, Haley. There's nothing wrong with True Love's kiss except they talk once.
And you know what is wrong? The only thing that I feel bad about the prince, every prince, is that how long Snow White was asleep? 3 months, right? In the original story.
In the Disney movie, I think it's only a few days, but still.
Fuck, it's still. And wait, Sleeping Beauty? What the hell, dude? Have a mint. It's like, I don't know what you were thinking about. Imagine that. Actually, imagine he goes and kisses Snow White, and he goes like this. The prince will be like,
That's what woke her up.
I know, Haley. I know. I'm just enjoying this a lot. You know that I like sarcastic things. So, anyway, Cinderella. What do you have for Cinderella? This is for me is reaching, but has a cold-hearted stepmother. We all know that to spoil the stepsister that everybody.
Oh, that's a good point, Justin. The original story, he didn't exactly kiss her.
I know, but it's funny, dude. Come on, it gotta be funny.
Oh no,
Anyway.
the original story, it's way worse. Like it's way
I know.
grosser.
It was worse. As I was saying, sorry. Cinderella, the stepmother is annoying. The stepsister, they just exploit her like a rich American hiring Mexicans to cut their grass. Nothing good can come from that, right? So Cinderella is forced to run the household, continue exposure to dust, putting her at risk of developing occupational lung disease, OLD.
Not to mention rabies.
Not because she's dealing with rats, correct? But that's not all, man. Cinderella fairy godmother spread a lot of magical glitter around. What the writers of the story refers of aluminum-coated microplastics, which has the ability to penetrate lung tissue and contribute further to the occupational lung disease development. Basically,
so what you're saying is her name is actually Cinderella because she got the black lung at an early age.
Yeah, basically, she needs to bibbidi-bobbidi-boo get the respiratory expert aside, man. Sorry.
So
but it's funny.
really, she sounds like I can't wait to go to the ball.
Yeah, he's like, are you the princess? Yes. Actually, she needed to go.
The chimney.
she needed to go back at midnight to put the oxygen back.
There you go. She had to.
Her real father was Darth Vader. Yeah. Okay. Belle from The Beauty and the Beast. This is going to be a little tougher. Where are we going to begin with this one? Are you ready? Belle's father is kidnapped by the Beast.
Oh, okay. So we spoke about this earlier.
We spoke about this.
I have my answer. I went back and looked up the source. So okay.
So humor me, because
you're good.
Belle's father was kidnapped by the Beast, right? Offers herself as a captive and get to spend time with a confusingly handsome creature who doesn't look as DC when he transforms back to a human at the end. The research calls the Beast a chimera, as he has gorilla eyebrows, right? the mane of a lion, and the arms and body of a bear. A chimera is an entity composed of cells with different organisms, and close contact with the beast exposed Belle to many potential and life-threatening infectious diseases such as brucellosis and rabies. Well, it's either rabies or the raging narcissist of Gaston. I think should take a shot of oppose the mental health damage caused by the prenning protein shake. So I know. So more than that, what we discussed, right? And I know I'm with you. I make my research after we discuss. It's not the Stockholm syndrome, right? Because she exchanged herself. She wasn't captured.
She was never technically captured by him.
But
She
one
agreed
kiss
to
from
stay
the
there.
beast, one kiss from the beast, rabies, right?
That's only if he has rabies. Rabies
Well, what
doesn't
about
just
the bronchiolitis of the fur in her lungs?
okay. And to be fair, there's a number of bloodborne pathogens that she could potentially get because of fleas.
And wait,
Bubonic plague, for one.
bubonic plague, and let's forget that we're overreaching there. The dust in the chandeliers, that was more than enough.
Oh, so more black lung. Yeah. Well, no, they're still cleaning it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there was mold in that castle.
Oh, for sure. There had to be.
So,
black mold, dust, black plague. There's a lot of terrible things in that castle. Or does the fact that it's enchanted keep all the bad stuff at bay?
oh my God. Anyway, what about Jasmine? Let me tell you, I just watched Aladdin a couple of days ago.
Yeah, Jasmine's only problem is she suffers from only child syndrome. That's really it.
Yeah, Jasmine only social interaction. Let's not forget this. Is with her guards and the princess who asked for her hand in marriage. That's it. This exposed her to a risk of social isolation, similar to Snow White. Additionally, while the genie might sing, you ain't never got a friend like me, the truth is that Jasmine has not friends at all. Her pet tiger, Raya, would care to disagree, right? Of course. Speaking of Raya, however, he possessed a risk of sonic infection as well craniofacial and cervical spinal injuries because
I was gonna say your top risks involving a tiger have nothing to do with pathogens.
It could be a scratch.
They have to do with the fucking tiger.
That is crazy. And a moody tiger. Let's remember that.
Yeah, he's sassy.
Yeah, he's really sassy. But I mean, she had no friends. What put her at risk of depression, anxiety, and early death. That's the reality, right? Remember, YouTube, this is a medical podcast, so we can use that word. It's not blocked right away. Okay, this one is going to be tough. I need you to humor me and help me out with this one. Pocahontas. She's a daredevil and her antics pose of health hazards. Completely.
Well, most of the health hazards come from the English, but...
Yeah, so her cliff dive has an impressive falling time in 9 seconds. Remember when she jumps?
Oh, no. She knows the depth of that water. She's good.
It states that research based on the falling time, we estimate the height of the cliff through simulation using a couple of differential equations for height and velocity in the quadratic drag. Assume average female anthropologic measurement of 62 kilograms, 162 meters, and 0.36 meters shoulder width, that is this big, right? And a standard environmental constant drag coefficient of 1 gravitational acceleration, 9.1 milliseconds, and air density of 1.2 kilograms. The cliff's height was estimated at 252 meters. Dude, no, you cannot fight the science. I know. You cannot fight the science of these Nobel Awards people.
That's a stretch to say that was 200 meters.
252, correct. That's just
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But to translate this to American, 200 meters is about 600 feet.
Yeah. So
it wasn't that tall, bro.
Okay, that's what it was referred to the height and things. Studies on Islamic dynamics of diving suggest that hand first dive from height about merely 2 meters could already be critical, of clavicular compression. Essentially, Pocahontas need X-ray and a day off.
See, no, these scientists are fucked. Professional divers, hell, I think amateur divers die from
professional
taller. No,
divers.
amateur divers from a high dive, that's taller than 2 meters.
But they jump, they go with their feet up.
No,
You need to go like this, bro.
no, you dive.
No, dive. I'm serious, Jake. Hold a second. Even the militaries, when they jump from platform, you learn how to do like that because the clavicular. I'm still gonna die, but the clavicular damage is too big. We go like this on the pressure. You gotta go like this because your hips and your legs are stronger than your clavicles.
Right, but no, like they're saying 2 meters. That's
12. Don't say 12.
12.
12. Sorry.
Oh.
Do you know why the scuba divers go backwards when they go to the ocean?
No, but you also don't have to do that. But there's
No,
a
but you
reason
know why
why.
they do it? Because if they will fall in the boat. Sorry, people.
I mean, that's a decent logic, though.
Yeah. Okay. So Mulan. What do you think about Mulan? Should I keep going? This is actually funny. Are you ready for Mulan?
I don't
Celebrated
know.
warrior
Sword wounds.
Yeah, it's really good. Celebrating warrior through she might be. There are some issues that played in Mulan origin story. A story in deeply rooted familiar and society pressure lie beneath. Warns and research. Mulan repeatedly experienced honor-based violence to the pressure of her family to uphold their honor with an arranged marriage. A public serenade summoning her to bring honor to all. A public defamation by the matchmaker and the Emperor's Council. Women facing honor-based violence may experience increased level of mental ill health, such as the form of anxiety from being forced into living a life that they not choose.
Or, the execution.
Moshu will be appalled.
Well,
yeah,
she's already got mental health issues because she sees a talking dragon and nobody else does.
I really think that's because of the pressure. Now, they just describe Asia, Bangladesh,
Asia,
India, and Pakistan. All the women do that because they're forced to marry. They're forced to marry someone. We know we have a part of our team in Pakistan, Saud. Let me share it with him. He's not worried about this. I told him, hey, what's new? I'm getting married. I said, wow, man, when you fall in love, I haven't met my wife. I go like, how old are you, Saud? 24. I go like, you know that you don't have to do that, right? No, I have to do that because this is good for my family. I go like, you haven't met your wife. Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to have regular sex. That's what he said. Because Pakistan is a complicated place. Now, guess who's getting divorced? After 4 months. Saud. Why? Because they can't stand each other. Now, I remember, for the people that they just start listening to us lately, we have an intern, I'm going to really reveal her name, master's degrees in robotics, master's degrees in programming. It was an extenuating way to find this person to work with us. It was probably 3 months of, interviewing people. Finally, we got her. We get into a deal. She started working. She started developing our first video game, remember?
Yes.
A month and a half in the development of the video game. We know that we have a Jewel. She says, hey, can I take Friday off? Because my mom and my dad are surprising visiting from India. I go like, sure, take the day off. Monday, she's like, hey, can we have a meeting? I go, sure, how was your vacation? Well, actually, they arrived with my boyfriend, and now he's my fiance, and I'm going to have to leave work and go back and live in India to marry him. And I go like, in your application, you say that you were proud to be the first woman in your family that break the abolition and move to America and become an amazing programmer. Yes, but this is the best thing for my family. Game over. We needed to close. It was so much damaging morally and economically. Start developing a video game that it was so fast, and then now that we need to stop that area of the company because it was demoralizing either way. So Anxiety and mental ill is running high over there, right? Rapunzel. I mean, this is not hard. Everybody knows where I'm going with Rapunzel, right? Now, this princess never had it easy, Jake. Never. She's taken in captivity by Mother Gothel, who uses Rapunzel's hair as a magical anti-aging serum. So she was her personal Botox, right? Considering
Without the
cutting
side
her
effects.
without the side effects. Anyway, consider cutting her hair will break the magic. Her 21-meter long braids is a problem. 21 meters is 20 feet. That's crazy. Yeah. No.
That's way more than that. It's like
Way
60
more
feet.
because 60 feet. Yeah. Through the use of her braid as an elevator cable, Rapunzel's hair follicles are likely to have been damaged for repetitive excess pulling, a condition known as traction alopecia, TA. In a long run, TA can lead to permanent hair loss. The less say about scalp pain and the result headaches, the better.
No, not affected, because if you watch that movie, there's never any pressure put directly on her scalp. It's always wrapped around something else to take the brunt of the pressure.
I'm with you in that. To address these health challenges, Disney should consider measures including mindfulness and psychotherapy, training of living with animals as personal protections, measuring against toxic particles, and research right. Only can Disney princesses live healthy and happily ever after. So the next time you watch Beauty and the Beast, get a rabies shot, right? Handley, right? And checkups are important. Yeah, I'm with you. But dude, it's crazy that these people, and even they make it in a funny way, right? That they took the time, and this news has passed around the world because these huge, amazing doctors and analysts, they came with Sam Van Dyck, Michael Bew, and Anouk Eckenboom, right? That they're really recognized people and this conversation that we just had is supported by the British Medical Journal, right? I'm not putting on my butt from Reddit, but don't make those faces, Jake. Don't make those faces.
But you totally found it on Reddit.
No, I didn't try it. I actually went to Euronews. So if anyone wants to see it, Euronews is the place to go with this. Yeah, so that was our princess. Can you believe that, man?
I can.
So what Haley's saying about all this? Because I was reading my notes, so I couldn't.
The rabies doesn't just happen. Yeah, and Haley agrees with me. Like, she's been diving off cliffs for years. It's not like it wasn't even her first time from that cliff. And
I
then
don't know. I don't know.
Justin points out, just imagine how dirty Rapunzel's hair. Just imagine how dirty Rapunzel's hair is.
Well, no,
she brushes it. She brushes it fairly often.
Like a Rastafari.
Well, no, she brushes it every day. Remember, and it says so in the song.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen Rapunzel because I'm an adult and a guy, and what I would do.
No, you should. It's actually a quite good movie.
Eh.
It's better than Frozen. That's right. I said.
You know what? Actually, Frozen is cataloged by another article that I didn't want to go to the mental normal issues, right? As a bipolar sisters. I read about that, but that's not medical supported, so I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, I mean,
I just think that Elsa more than anything would just suffer from poor circulation.
Sorry, I'm reading all the comments from the people. Thank you, people. You're really kind. Yeah, amazing. So let's dive into what is next, my friend.
We were going to, before we dive into recommendations, we were going to touch on the impending films of the Fantastic Four and Superman.
It's time for make bets. What movie you think is going to be better?
Superman.
I don't want to pressure here because you still owe me from the other bet. Don't go like that. We're not going to do it now.
Oh, I know when I'm going to pay. I know.
When?
When we're both on the Part of Your Broadway World podcast talking about Snow White.
That sounds perfectly for me. Don't forget the Hawaiian shirt. or something
I,
similar,
I got
I
one that
would
I bought in
highly
the Dominican
recommend.
Republic.
I would highly recommend if you do this for me, you don't have to do it live. I gladly wait for you to go and find a base of a cut tree and film yourself doing it. So we just put it on.
Nope.
Yeah, that would be good. Come on.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it live.
All right. Boring, 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 boring. Anyway, why do you think Superman is going to be better?
Just because of the track records of the Fantastic Four films, I don't think anybody's ever really gotten it right.
And
And
you
I
don't like
think
Fantastic Four either.
that's not why I'm saying this though. Because I don't really love the Superman movie. I know it's heresy. Um I don't really love any of the Superman movies, but there's never been what I would consider a successful Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, but
And
that's not
this,
fair.
I mean, I know, but I think this one will be the best one. But I don't know, just call it a gut feeling. I think it's probably going to be a little overproduced,
Okay.
but I think it stands the best chance of being, and it certainly looks like the filmmakers in this case are really taking care to treat the source material well. So, we'll see. But Superman, I think, is going to be a bigger event, but that's kind of not fair, and I admit that.
Uh, I think that the Fantastic Four are gonna deliver this alternative universe that is gonna open the path for Secret Wars, and it's good that they're using, in a weird way, a foundation, if you
Yeah,
will, right? Uh, Again, I'm I'm not opposed, but I don't think that Pascal's supposed to be there
I
because
kind of agree. It should have
Reed
been John
Richard
Krasinski.
never, yeah, and Reed Richard never had a mustache in his life. He's never been Latino, right? No matter how much, right? Um, Galactus and his stupid hat are doing a lot. Okay, first of all, Galactus doesn't have a stupid hat, bro. Come on,
He has a stupid hat.
he's not a stupid hat. He's got a Galactus hat. If
It's a
somebody else
stupid hat.
beside Galactus use it, you know what? I think it's a generational matter. I think that Fantastic Four, the movie, is made to please the older fans because they're losing the older fans in Marvel because all the mistakes that they've been doing. And Superman, I'm really excited for Superman. I mentioned this before. Cavill was a great Superman, but it wasn't a Superman that I like, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. It was too dark. It was a metropolis that wasn't full of colors and life. And when I see James Gunn, it looks like Superman. If I like the underwear over the pants, I do not. That's the only thing I can criticize from this movie. Lex Luthor, this Lex Luthor is going to be 110 billions better than the last version because Gene Hackman was a little comedic, but it was a great Lex Luthor when Christopher Reeve was around.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. I really think that what also the fact that the response to Naked Thing from the Fantastic Four was Nick Hyde suit is very funny. You know what? I love the suit. To be honest with you, Justin, the suit from the Thing is the original suit. So, I like I say, is we're looking at an original Fantastic Four movie and an original Superman. I think it's gonna be worth it. But I'm with you. I think the competition will go to DC this year. Let's see, because we don't know what's gonna happen.
Well,
James Gunn,
it's about time for DC to figure it out because they've been chasing Marvel for 20 years, and there's been
20
some
years.
there's been some highlights, but generally speaking, they've gotten their asses handed to them because they couldn't get on the same page. They never had a
Batman was
cohesive.
saving, but it didn't feel like a DC. Like Batman with Christian Bale, it feels like a separate story.
Yeah, it was that's what I mean. They never anytime they had a cohesive like film series, they didn't feel like they properly fit together all the time. Not nothing like the MCU.
I'm with
early
you.
early MCU.
Justin says I'm more excited for Fantastic Four than Thunderbolts. That's for sure. You know what? I think Thunderbolts is gonna be a movie that needs to be done to close all the loose ends, right? And I think it was probably they were part of the contracts of everyone. You got to do this. We're gonna give you 2 movies, but you got to do this for this price. It feels like that. Now I want to talk about a little gossip before we go to recommendations, right? Or perfect in time. So Billy Corgan, as every one of you know, as the singer from the Smashing Pumpkins, he got a really good podcast. It will be good if you go and watch it, right? I think that there are 2 podcasts that people need to watch right now: the Billy Corgan one and Vampiro in Spanish, right? We talked about it last week. Now they took the table away and he's in a couch talking to somebody more casual, right? But it's good. Anyway, Billy Corgan interviews Cheryl, the Ozzy Osbourne wife. That's the name, right?
Sharon.
Sharon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that must have been wild.
And you know what? What it catches my attention, for people that don't know, she's been Ozzy Osbourne manager since forever, right? After the band, after Black Sabbath, she became the manager, and she did the career of that guy, right?
Mhm.
Because Ozzy Osbourne is amazing. He's considered in many places the father of metal, but without her, it will get lost in drugs and then sobriety and then whatever. Either way, Billy Corgan say, "Hey, let me ask you something. Do you regret anything?" And she's super cool, saying, "Of course, I made a lot of mistakes. I regret a lot of things because I'm almost 80, right? Of course. But I'm going to tell you my biggest regret that I never tell anyone, not even Ozzy." Oh my God, that's a big secret. Are you ready? They offered her a movie. She read the script and said, "No, thank you." You know what movie that was?
What movie was that?
Pirates of the Caribbean. He's supposed to play the Johnny Depp characters. He's supposed to be
Who,
the real
Ozzy?
pirate. And it will be amazing. Actually, I made a lot of research and it was reading for him because he was like this. Yeah, it will be awesome, dude. I think that movie, it will be, first of all, because we didn't have the handsome Johnny Depp, it will be like the really deep, real character. So she passes and they lost $250 million. I never liked Johnny Depp. So
That movie wouldn't have been successful without Johnny Depp. So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
no, imagine,
They didn't
imagine,
specify the
imagine.
character, but she passed on it.
Yeah, but imagine it's like this is you almost caught
That's exactly what Johnny Depp
Sharon.
trying to do. That's exactly what Johnny Depp was trying to do. He was trying to uh, do the Rolling Stone guy. He said 1,000 times, the guitar player from the Rolling Stone. He was trying to be him.
I don't know. Don't think
And
it would
I
have
think
worked.
I don't know.
Sharon Osbourne, so a lot of you may not remember this or even know about this. Sharon Osbourne, many, many years ago, had a talk show that only ran for 1 season, but it was stupendous. It was
I
very
don't
good. Yeah.
I don't know. Another really fast gossip. Have you seen Chris Rock comedy show, the last one, the uncensored one?
I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've seen parts of it.
Which is why Kid Richards played Jack Sparrow's dad. Maybe that was for that character. They didn't specify the character. I saw the uncensored one, and the way that he gets back to Will Smith, ooh, that was tough, man. Because it was released one, and then the uncensored one got released lately. He says, like, "I'm gonna say anything," with the Chris Rock face, right? But at least every one of us got cheated on at least once. But it was an interview by the person that cheated on me, telling me in front of my face that she was sucking big dick. So that's tough, man.
Your son's friend.
They say that your son's
Bro.
friend in front of you is telling you, "I was getting some D," right? He's like, that's tough. Interviewing the person that cheated on you, that must be tough.
Well, because here's the thing, like there's even I don't get it. But like, there's open relationships, and then there's fucking your son's friends.
Well,
Those
let's
are
call it
not.
entanglement.
Yeah, and then the son's friend comes out with a song and calls it Entanglements. That's basically a fuck you and a wink to
Fuck you,
Will Smith.
Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
And they
I want to
wonder why
thank
he
the.
wears a house on his face.
I want to celebrate the Smith family because thanks to her, at least a lot of people know what entanglement means. Let's give them that.
Jada Pinkett
Rick,
Smith, you know, throwing out definitions.
I mean, I feel bad for Will Smith, man. I don't know how he's in real life. I don't have idea, but
I hear, obviously never met the guy, but I actually know a couple people who have met him, and they all say the same thing. He was really nice and really cool. Which
but you
again,
know
brief
how hard it is to
interactions.
be. You know how bad is to be in a relationship when they tell you all the time, "I love you, but I always gonna love Tupac more."
Yeah, well, that's why I say, like, if I were Will Smith's friend, and apparently a lot of people told him this at the time, they were like, Will, don't. I
I
mean,
know, man.
bro, you got floor seats at the Lakers. You can do better.
Yeah, I mean, you're Will Smith.
That's a getting jiggy with it reference for those
Yeah, I
of you
know.
who didn't.
I know.
Okay, yeah.
I get it. I was just too consumed by the suffering of a fellow man. Anyway, recommendations, Jakey boy. Because
Alrighty.
I talk a lot today. Today I was just talking a lot. So go ahead.
So in the spirit of celebrating films that are 20 years old, another movie turned 20 this year, and that is the Adam Sandler remake of The Longest Yard. Oh,
Ooh,
it's just so
Mean Machine.
speaking of
Ooh,
Chris Rock. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God. If you haven't seen that movie, first of all, what are you doing with your
You're
life?
white. Smile.
You're white, smile. I didn't realize how often we quoted that movie until just now.
Yeah, we caught it. We caught that movie a lot, man. A lot.
I love little Michael.
Did I broken my nose? Oh man, it's such a good.
He's fast. He's so
He's
fast, he makes fast people look not
so
fast.
fast. Get
Dude, it's
those
so
great
quotable.
feet back
And
here.
I can and I can tell you, Nick from the Goosebumps Crew podcast, when that movie came out, we went to the theater to watch it no less than 5 times and laughed.
It's,
Still quote it. Still quote it to this day.
I mean, just from the start, when he crashes the Bentley, I think we need to start seeing other people. Yeah, no, actually, was one of my favorites Adam Sandler movie.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a. If you like football and you like Adam Sandler, it's an amazing classic at this point.
I mean, but everybody hits a home run. Like, Kevin Nash is 10 times funnier than he should be in that
Dude,
movie.
everyone is funny.
Everyone's
And just
hilarious.
The movie's so well protected that they bring Burt Reynolds. For the people that don't know, the original movie from The Longest Yard is made by Burt Reynolds. He's playing the Adam Sandler character, and they revamp it correctly. What about the commenters, right? Give me your wallet. Just kidding. Whoop. Do that again. Whoop.
I'm just kidding.
What about the cheerleaders?
Yeah, your breath smells like 8 cans of shark shit.
You should know.
Yeah.
Freckleback.
Whatever back freckle. It's the only
Freckles,
it's the only thing I've ever found Tracy Morgan funny in.
Yeah. Oh, that's Tracy Morgan. Oh, I just realized how skinny
Yep, that's
he was.
Tracy Morgan.
Give me a D. Give me an I.
Give me
a
all right.
I appreciate you. That is so. We're wrestling. We're wrestling.
Yeah, we're showing them a wrestling move. Can of
Uh,
corn. We just need a can of corn.
Can of corn. You always need to protect the McNuggets.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Dude,
Oh,
I don't know
Terry
how many.
Crews.
Like seriously, this movie has so many lines to remember, dude.
You
Come
always
on to
gotta
the
protect
trios.
the main.
Come to the trios. Oh man, and people know if you guys follow Jake and I in this show knows that I barely remember names or lines of the movies. Like how many I mentioned. This movie is so good. When he gets a stop at the beginning with the cops. Don't get short with me. The guy looks like Frodo, the cop. Oh my god, yeah. If you haven't watched it, I think we're just ruining a lot of
What's
good
Mr.
jokes.
Frodo like in real life?
Yeah. Do you got SFX? What he said? No,
Like,
Sirius
does he
Radio.
get
That,
radio? Yeah, because he's got big ears too.
yeah, big ears. Yeah. And the other guy like, yeah,
he's
that's
like,
funny.
he's like, get a couple of channels.
Yeah, that's really funny. Good recommendation. I'm gonna go with Charlie something new that actually I got the chance to watch before the podcast. I went to see this movie totally in the dark. I saw a couple of trailers and I didn't realize how good it was gonna be. First, Oz Perkins is not ashamed to direct a movie full of blood. But then the best thing about this movie is that Rotten Tomatoes given 78, IMDb that we know that is tougher than Rotten Tomatoes 6.5, a Screen Rant give them 6.10. That is really hard to pass 5 in a Screen Rant. But it's a Stephen King short story adapted. Theo James does an amazing job. And the name of the movie is The Monkey. If you like sarcastic horror films, that you know that it's going to be a lot of gore, but at the same time, you're going to laugh a lot, right? The Monkey is a movie that you need to watch. It's funny. I like it. I'm going to give him a 6, but it was released February 21st, so you better, what day is today? 25th? So yeah, 25th. So it was released last week. It's gonna stay a little bit in. I don't see it staying too much, but I didn't know that Elijah Wood is in the movie.
Okay.
You see, and Sarah Levi, Adam Scott. They got a lot of cameos that they're really good. Elijah made me laugh a lot, to be honest with you, and Adam Scott too. So
Elijah Wood is quite funny, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that.
yeah. He doesn't, but he's a good actor, man. He's a good actor. He goes there. I'm not gonna say a lot, but just look at the nipples. It's really funny. Anyway, Elijah Wood, yeah. So either way, his costume is fantastic. Enjoy it if you want. That's my recommendation. What about you for TV series?
Okay, so I actually found by total accident. It's a show that I didn't think the long story as to why I'm watching it. It's a long story that's kind of boring, but I found it on Max. It's actually very funny, and I did not expect it to be. The show is called Sex Lives of College Girls. It's not what it sounds like.
Oh, you know what? I saw the commercials. I was trying to avoid that.
It is super funny.
Oh, really?
It's very funny. I was very surprised. I mean, it's predictable, but not in a way that's off-putting because it's comedy, right? It's comedy.
Oh.
You won't like it because Timothy Chalamet's sister is the main character.
Oh, what I don't
I'm
not like
kidding.
his sister.
I'm kidding. And the only thing I find annoying about it sometimes is because Mindy Kaling is one of the writers and showrunners, and there is a self-insert character that is obvious, but she's not always annoying. Most of the time, she's actually quite funny. The character, not the actress, does a great job with it. I'm not dogging the actress. That's the only thing, but it does serve the narrative and it always makes sense. So it's actually very funny, though. I highly
Nice.
recommend Sex Lives of College Girls.
Great. Funny. I'm gonna recommend something from HBO too.
Oh, Haley
Thank
loves
you,
that
Jake.
show.
Yeah. I need your help to know how to pronounce this actor's name because I know exactly who he is, but Sebastian Maniscalco.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's a comedian, a stand-up comedian, and he's doing his show here. He did a movie like last year, an Italian family that he's getting married and with Robert De Niro, and the dad is Robert De Niro, and they get invited to Thanksgiving. Anyway, but this show is called Bookie, and he's
I've heard of it. Yeah.
the him and Omar J. Dorsey does such a great job. He's the muscles. The other one is the ex mob, but they're really good people. But they are bookies in LA. They're surrounded by Vanessa Ferlito, that is another stand-up comedian. Andrea Anders, Charlie Sheen does a lot of cameos in the show. I love that. If you remember Jorge Garcia from Lost,
Mhm.
uh, and do you guys remember Hot Tub Time Machine? Rob Corddry, remember the guy,
Mhm.
the bald guy?
Yeah.
He's there playing Walt Disney, whatever the nickname that they put in that show. He's such a good thing. So is what I like about this show is that it's a 30-minute show in HBO, and it's once a week. We're already in season 2. I'm super attached to it. I'm laughing a lot. If you like sports, if you like comedy, straight up sitcom, kind of entourage, like that kind of shooting. I really like it. I don't know who wrote it, but it's. I think he wrote it. This guy Sebastian. You really don't know who he is. He's been touring a little bit. He's touring a lot. Wow! I just opened the thing. He's a stand-up comedian. He got 2 million followers in Instagram. About My Father was the movie that I was telling you. About My Father, Robert De Niro and him making a movie. So the guy is doing good. You know what I mean? But either way, check it out. Bookie on HBO Max. Your turn.
All right. For music this week, I have actually I shuffled my playlist, but it kind of funny, made me chuckle a bit. In keeping with the theme of sex, my musical recommendation this week is the song "I Get Off" by the band Hailstorm.
Oh,
Very
Hailstorm
good.
is a really good
I
band,
love
man.
Hailstorm, dude. They're very good. They're very good. This song is it's tongue in cheek funny, but kind of sexy too, in a way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like them. I'm not gonna lie. I like her. The way he
Yeah.
performed, the way that the band is really good, man. Yeah, it's a good, great
Yeah,
recommendation.
if you like bands like not so much but like bands like Flyleaf and Paramore, you'll
Yeah,
like
it's a good
Hailstorm.
and a little Gauntry, but with a voice of a woman.
Well,
Gauntry.
no, some of their stuff like I Get Off is a pretty hardcore song.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like it.
They do both. Like
Yeah, I gotta go really Latino on you. The Warning. They just keep booking things, man. Their new album that it was released at the end of last year, I so well. Then, if you're a fan of The Warning, you will understand how Alejandra, Dani, and Paulina they went from. You can listen all his songs, and this album, the sound is so pure. They're not leaving their style away, but at the same time, they're becoming more commercials, right?
sure.
But not in a way of leaving rock behind.
Yeah.
So and they released a song with Evolve. No. Wait, with I don't remember the name of the band. I'm so sorry, but they play with Hailstorm regularly. They're like really good friends. Even Lizzie Hale, the lead singer from Hailstorm, at the end of last tour that they toured together, she gave her guitar to
Nice.
Alejandra, to Daniela, sorry, to Dani from The Warning because they're doing really good, man. Bro, they are doing big around the world, like really big. Yeah, I think the new album is really good. Check it out, and that's my recommendation for music.
Cool. And my last recommendation for something, you know, not necessarily weird, but like the random one that we get to throw out. Check out lingerie. I almost fucked up. Check out literature and lingerie, our newest podcast friend. Deep dives on books are fun, at least for me. I'm super nerd, but uh, I genuinely dig her podcast. Allie does a fantastic job, which is why we reached out to her because we saw what she was doing and we were like, hey, this is really good. You should totally get more exposure.
Nice. Scrum. Sorry, I'm looking up my recommendation for the. Yeah, I mean, when is gonna be released?
It gets released twice a week, and then she also has a Patreon for her spicier stuff.
So twice a week. That's commitment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's a very
So
good job. Very nice.
very nice. I'm gonna recommend a new book. It's #1 New York best time seller, right? Ali Hazelwood. Her book is Deep End. A competitive diver and the ice swimmer jump into forbidden water, and it's a steamy college romance from the New York Times best-selling author from the love hypothesis, right? So it's a good book if you like romance and passion, right? And a little mystery there, right? Deep End, I highly recommend it, right? So the Swift County and world champion all-around aquatic golden boy Lucas thrives into discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and break records, complete focus with every stroke. On the surface, Lucas and Scarlett have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret slip out and everything changes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Deep End by Ali Hazelwood is just got released on Kindle. You can find it at $10.99, or you can buy the hard one for $12.99.
Do it.
So yeah,
Read
it.
more, America.
Read more, please. Final recommendation that I want to give. Please.
Nope, sorry, you
Please.
only get 4.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Please, can you stop, audience, friends, followers, fans, haters? Can you stop spreading lies in the internet? I know I'm asking for too much, but for every 9 posts that I read, 6 are fake. For real.
Yeah, come on, guys. He did not have sexual relations with that goat. Stop it.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the government.
Oh,
society.
okay. Forget I said anything.
You know I love that goat.
He's a bad boy.
Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, sorry, bad girl.
There you go. No, seriously, man, it's crazy. Today I received a text of what I need to say to immigration if they knock at my door. Seriously?
Everybody knows you don't answer the door.
No. Like they're sending that to every Latino, and that's.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying text message. Sorry, a private message on LinkedIn, and sorry on Instagram. And I go like, dude, seriously? Can you stop spreading the thing? As you know, in Force and Corporate, we do a lot of concerts too. And we're getting concert canceled in Texas because people are afraid to go to concerts.
Always look for the details of the story.
Yeah, just a little background. If you really like the story, just copy the freaking name and go to Google and put "it is real," and you will have an answer. It's not taking a long time.
No, what I'm talking about is a lot of times the stories are real, but they leave out key details. I.e., for example, like one that I found that was particularly, and don't get me wrong, there's some fuckery going along, but it's usually remedied by the courts. But so like for example, I follow her not because of the immigration. She's just smart. She's a great lawyer. She knows her shit. She had a client that got deported, and she basically filed a complaint with the court and got her client back in the States, and now her client's getting a green card because of
the abuse. People don't know this, but if you really want to give somebody a green card, just fight him. They get an old visa right away.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, just stay smart. Read.
Just read.
Read, stay smart, and see you next Tuesday. Jake, always a pleasure. Today was fun and fast. I like that. Right?
I think an hour and a half is good. I think 2 hours pushes it maybe.
Yeah. I push it too much. I start
fading.
Too much.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're the East Coast, it's late for you, Aldi. But you're only responsible for what you say.
Not for what you understand.
There you go. That's fantastic. All right, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Remember to share, like, share, and please, if he's running into you, just put a follow. It's not gonna hurt you. Thank you so much. Are you ready? Let's roll.